together just to kind of share my personal philosophy on marketing and sales and where it's gone recently and how it may be able to help you and your company. So I thought maybe you'd want to understand a little bit about what we do around here before going any further. So what we really think about is that marketing has really changed a lot. I don't know if you know this, but the digital age is here, and we are changing very, very, very quickly. So, is your marketing adjusting for it? So let's go over a couple things here. Again, I do this for a lot of speeches. I speak at a lot of seminars, and I talk at the marketing and sales revolution / evolution. And really, are you thinking creatively on how you're evolving your sales process? So let's look at it here together. If you think about marketing as sort of the base build, that's why I look at it over on that side. And sales is really how you finish it up and get people inside the home. So just a quick little visual there. It still goes from stranger to visitor to lead. No matter how you put this, we're always going from a stranger to a promoter or a referral. That's where we're going with everything that we do when it comes to marketing. So when you think about the sales process, like we said, we're going from an initial contact in the sales process. We're not, marketing is on the other side of this, right? So we do our initial contact, fact finding, all the way to the sale. So that's what's happening. And odds are you have a great sales process. If you're on my page looking at this right now, I hope you have a good sales process. I can clean it up a little bit, but in general, you should have a pretty good sales process in place already. Marketing happens when we come into this point right here, right? If you look about the entire, this is a classic sales process. And if you ever hear me say it, look, guys, it doesn't matter if it's 7 steps, 5 steps, 3 steps, 9 steps. You must have a sales process. What are you doing to walk people through the process? It doesn't take much more than just, your sales leadership going and having lunch and writing it out, but be deliberate, intentional when it comes to your sales process, and know where your ideal customers are once you've engaged them. So when we talk about marketing on this side, we talk about how are we communicating to strangers? So the stranger goes here, then we go into marketing, and then we get into a very effective and very respectful sales process. So the marketing, if you really take a second and think about it, is what are you really doing to drive people into the sales process? Just take a second and think about that, right? What are you doing? Whether it be, you're traditionally, probably you've been a part of associations, probably you've gone to trade shows, you have gone and you've done everything you can to expand your network. You've asked for referrals. But in general, what happens is asking for referrals, you're now at the whim or your sales process is not in your control. It's up to how many referrals you get and whether those referrals in your base are enough to sustain your company. But when it comes to marketing, it definitely does not replace the actual sales process that you've got over here. Okay. So what we're talking about today is mostly on the marketing side, because that's where my specialty is. You must have a very clear sales process to take them from prospect to one of your referral sources. So if we think about marketing, let's break it up into 2 different groups. Marketing can be broken up into branding and offers. Branding would be, again, maybe your name at an association breakfast. Branding could be being at a conference. Branding can be, magazine ads, print ads. Branding can be actually in your LinkedIn advertising, your Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising. Special offers are exactly what it is, guys. Hey, we're running a special. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 10% of everything that you do, we're going to donate it to this group. Or if you buy, 10 of these, you get one of these. Okay. So those are ways to get people from the stranger to the engagement, right? But if done properly, money's on the branding side. Okay. It used to be that you had to be Coca-Cola or Xerox or a major corporation to even think about doing branding. But with the same platform that you and I are talking to each other right now, you have the opportunity to do some very intentional branding. So if you look at this, I talk a lot, and if you've seen me ever talk, I talk generally. People will say know, like, trust. I like to say exposure, likability, trust. Exposure tends to be a little more current, would probably be a word. So, but what it goes down to always is a transfer of trust. That will never, ever change. So as you take someone through your marketing and sales process, you have to have a great solution, right? But then you also have to believe in it 110% to get the stranger to engage, to actually trust you, to want to do business with you, so you and your team can go hit it out of the park. So how do you do it? So let's go into a lot of times I talk about the what, but with you coming to my site and checking this out, I'm going to talk a little bit about the how. You can do it. You can get your message. Once you clearly define your message, you can get it in front of your ideal customer. You first ask yourself, who do you want? And then key question is what do they want? Most of the advertising out there, and if you ever see me speak at a seminar, I talk a lot about how the big billion-dollar companies want their marketing to be about them. But make sure you're asking yourself the question, what does my customer want? Right? Just as our customers, think a lot about themselves, just as manufacturers, we like to think about ourselves too. So the next one is, how do they get what they want? So let's just say the customer wants, an easy transaction. They want education. They want to, move through their career seamlessly. They would like recognition from their boss. Like, that's what you say. Okay. So once you're recognizing who you want and you understand clearly what they want, then you have to understand, how do they get what they want? So when you think about how do they get what they want, are they going online to get it? Are they going to trade shows to get it? Are they waiting for salespeople to come in the door to give it to them? Are they reading mail to get what they want? Those are the questions you need to be thinking about. The last part is really, if you never do business with me and you just watch this, take a screenshot of this. This will help you grow your business. Marketing, branding. The fourth question: what must we demonstrate to be true in order for a prospect to want to do business with us? That comes from my friend Frank Kern. He has Cardone Kern. He's a wonderful marketer. I've learned so much from him. But really, if you think about this, what must we demonstrate to be true in order for the prospect to want to do business with us? So that's where we talk a lot about, if they don't know who you are, it's really a video testimonial. And if you see on my page, I have, multiple, video testimonials from clients. That's a good start. I like to call it, show people what you're doing by showing them what you're doing, right? So if you're a furniture salesman, you can walk a client through an existing space you've done effectively. If you are a lighting salesman, you're able to walk them through or show them lots of great portfolio pictures or show them latest trends and things like that. So no matter what market you're in, you're a commercial mover and you're thinking about, well, what do I need to show these people to be true for them to look at me and go, yeah, this guy can do my project. So let's move on. So one of my favorite things to do is video content. I do a lot of video content with my customers. It is extremely effective. If you're watching this is the end of 2019, I believe that video content is going to be insanely effective from now deep into 2020, maybe into 21. It seems to be growing, but marketers mess everything up. We're going to saturate it. So jump in now. what's important about it, and hopefully you can get a little bit of that, what we're talking about here. You can see me, you can hear me. I know how to use technology, so I can do this. And we're really, we're really showing empathy to each other. Here's a couple of stats. Just use this when it comes to marketing and branding. If you just look at one thing, the telephone's the new TV, guys. That's what it is. People are carrying their TVs around. You can get in front of them, whether you do it organically through LinkedIn, through paid ads, through LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram, whether they're doing through paid ads on YouTube. You can deliver your message. How you can get right in front of the people you want. This is iPhone sales. Check this out. It was only you probably think the iPhone's been around forever. 1.39 million in 2007 to a peak of 231 iPhones in 2015. That's pretty quick, guys. It's moving fast. Guys, this is the trend showing that at a low of usage, our phone and video watching is going through the roof. People are watching 2 hours of video a day, right? You may not be, but the average person is. So marketing and branding, let's review this. When it comes to video ads, it's cheap. You can absolutely target who you want. You can go after the geography, the gender, the marital. I mean, guys, it's insane what you can absolutely target. LinkedIn has really gotten on the ball here the last 30 to 90 days. They've really upgraded a lot. There's a couple things already in beta. And again, you don't have to create content that is super fancy. Most stuff can be shot just on an iPhone. So we're going into some higher level stuff. If you made it this long into the talk, hopefully you're very dedicated to marketing and branding. Guys, retargeting or even your original targeting, if you think about the buying now audience, everybody and their brother is going after the buy it now audience. The buying in 60 to 90 days, that's the group I like to target a lot, but I also like to have a message clear for the 90 to 180. And you go, well, why is this important? We go this. Content to create. So if you are wanting to sort of just map out your business and do very clear planning, and again, not be at the whim of referral, but actually market it out, you can have a clear message. Imagine something like this. If you're buying a blank in 69 days, make sure you know this. If you're looking to buy a blank, make sure you know this today. By the way, we do this. Again, another great content from my friend Frank Kern. Guys, this is right out of it, right? If you're buying a blank, if you need more information, oh, by the way, we do that. Right? If it sounds like an infomercial, sorry, this is how you communicate to your future customer. If you are looking to move your office blank, if you would like more information about that, by the way, we supply that information to our customers every day. Guys, that is content gold right there. So remember, when you create content, you have to remember, what do they want, right? That gives you, and if you understand what your customer wants, what they want, where they want it, how they want it delivered, you're going to move them through your marketing funnel very quickly. So again, going back to it, Dan Kennedy's a great marketer. He refers to that as dog whistle copy. When you say, if you're looking for this, we're running a special here. It goes very deep. If you get a chance, watch anything from Dan Kennedy. He'll go deeper and deeper into this right here. Again, this is just a summary, right? What must we demonstrate to be true in order for a prospect to want to do business with us? That's really where that's your bread and butter right there, guys. If you do one thing when you're doing your planning for next year and you ask as many people in your company that, and then how about asking existing customers? That's going to be very powerful for you. So guys, thank you so much for taking a minute. You made it almost 15 minutes. It's a pretty long time. I hope it gave you a little insight on what we do when it comes to philosophy. When it comes to working with us from a coaching perspective, a lot of it is very custom. Most of it's done on a retainer level or in a workshop level. So if you want to, please feel free to reach out to me. There's my personal email, and I'd love to be a value to you. Let's see if we're a good fit. Thanks for stopping by.